Okay, alright. Hello, it's me. I've returned, the prodigal son and all that. Um, yeah, I'm sort of a mess, as you may all recall. Um, I have alcohol and basically a glorified sippy cup. I don't like the idea of bugs being able to get into my drinks, so I like things with straws. I can't really explain it to you. But, I figure let's play some game. Countdown to birth. My birth is on the 27th. This is Mr. Toby. He has returned as well. Hi, Bubba. Kiss. Thank you. Oh, scratching. Oh, scratching. Anyway, I was thinking we could do some Harvest Moon because it's pretty chill. And I want something that's like sort of easy to pick up and put down. So it might take a second for it to load back on the screen because OBS was having issues on top of Twitch having issues. So who the fuck knows what its damage is. But I think it's showing, so like let me know if it's not. But oh Jesus dicks, that's loud on my end. Also let me know if the game sounds are too loud, because I have absolutely no judge if it's actually too loud or if it's just that I have my headset up too loud, because either one is very possible. Yeah, so we're just gonna load back into our game here. I don't remember what we were doing. Oh, it's the first day of fall. Okay. So then, it's a festival of fashion art, help for many. Okay, so what do we need to do for fall? I need to make a to-do list for fall. Let's grab, not my work headset, a note card. Okay, to-do list for fall. We need eggplant for sure to turn into the grilled eggplant. We need, that's not fall specific, red wool yarn isn't fall specific, but we need it sooner rather than later. We need spinach. It needs to be perfect spinach. So we gotta sort of think about that part. Hello, Crystal. My God, it's been a hot minute since I've seen you, darling. How are you? I am barely scraping by. You get it? Sometimes they switch your meds and you kind of feel like dead for a week. Well, tomorrow officially makes a week. So hopefully I'm going to start feeling better. And my birthday's coming up on the 27th, so that's exciting. I'll be the big 22. Don't know what that's going to mean for me, but it is what it is. Would you like to see a Toby? Toby? Toby, can you say hi to Crystal? Can you say hi to your friend? He's like, I don't know, Mama. I was taking a nap. I was taking a very nice nap, Mommy. But, yeah, we gotta make a game plan for fall. Because, the months are only 28 days in this. Yeah, I get it. I have to set up a doctor's appointment, so I'll be on a lot of meds. I feel that. You know what? In fact, I'll drink to that. Yes, I'm drinking alcohol out of a sippy cup. Leave me alone. Don't like bugs getting in my drinks. Hi, Tobin. Tobin. Crystal says hi, Bubba. He's what? What? Yeah. Crystal says hi. Yeah. Here, want a hug? Can you give me a hug? Oh. Is that what you wanted? Toby. I like to call him Tobin, though, so that's still a valid name for him. Hi, bud. This is what you wanted. Do you have anything to say? Do you have anything to say to the people at home? One chop lick, that's all you'll give? Oh. Mommy, why'd you stop? Why'd you stop touching me with your hands? I'm mad at you. I'm in a pouch now. Okay, then we gotta catch a sorry in the ocean. So we gotta go to the ocean to catch a sorry. I would say please start it with me one day, by call on mods. Yeah, I really can't. My PC is already like shooting me with how many mods I have for other games. If I were to start like crazily modding Stardew like I want to, it would simply pass away for personal reasons, you know? Um, I really gotta like prune it down or like upgrade my storage. Especially with the new pack coming out tomorrow for Sims 4. Oh my god, did you see it? I'm so excited. I'm buying that as my birthday present to myself. What the fuck did I write here? Carrot cake fall flea market. Okay, so I can buy the carrot cake here. Or if I get a carrot and butter and egg. God, that's expensive. Why don't I just buy it? It's gonna be cheaper just to buy it. Yeah, that's pretty much all we need to do in fall. Not really a whole lot. Pre-ordered it, but canceled it because we're struggling. I can't get Sims to download properly. Yeah, I mean, I get that. I 100% get that. Um, I mean, I'm not like super struggling for money right now. Like I'm comfortable, but being that this is like the first time I've, had like a quote comfortable amount of money in my adult life, I'm just waiting for the other shoe to drop, Like I'm not in a spot where like I could. They say like you should have like a safety net of a couple grand at any given time, and I definitely do not have a couple grand. I've got, I want to say like $1,500 in my savings. I mean, I get paid in like a minute. No, a minute in a day. God, my timing is so fucked up. I get paid Thursday nights into Fridays, so hopefully I'll feel a little more secure once the paycheck comes in, even though it's going to be small because I was dying from a migraine last week, so I missed 2 days. And of course, like, they're unpaid because, like, they're not going to fucking pay me for days that I have to call out sick, But yeah, we are having a mortgage drains it. Yep. Plus the electric bill and the other things. His paychecks are also smaller than that. Yeah. That'll fucking do it. I'm sorry, love. The years start coming and they don't stop coming. And they don't stop coming and they don't stop coming. Shit just gets worse. So, I mean, I 100% get that. I hope things turn, out to be better for you soon because, I think everybody deserves to be comfortable. But especially people that I care about. Not to, like, you know, try to say some people are more important than others, but people I care about are more immediately important to me. It's okay. We'll get through it. We always do. I 100% get that, babes. That's sort of where I'm sitting to is like it's going to be all right. I will figure it out. I've always figured it out. I'm a person that just I make it work. I might not be happy about it, but I make it work. Like when I had to drop fucking $1,300 on Toby's teeth last year, like I was not happy about having to drop that much money on his teeth. Shit's expensive, but he needed it. It's what needed to happen. I made it work. So I guess this isn't the most money that I've had expendable in my adult life. I guess I had like $3.5 grand saved up before we got Toby's teeth fixed and before we moved back home. But I mean, effectively, because that money was basically just going to go straight into Toby and moving anyway. But I think we're getting care credit. It's really hard to get with an older dog. Like I can get pet insurance through work. I decided not to because his vet bills every year end up being like like it wouldn't cover it wasn't worth the investment, because because that's what insurance is it's an investment. You're basically banking on you needing that assistance to a set level, you know, which insurance companies basically bet against you. They're like, you're not gonna need us like that. Oh, dicks. Thank you so much for the follow there, Ferranda. Welcome. I'm just sort of dicking around. Sorry, it's kind of a low energy time today. Uh, but welcome to the squad. But yeah, can I, excuse me, can I have apples? No? No? Okay, cool. Let's go ahead and hit the ding-a-ling. My animals are going to parade out, and I am going to run to the, oh, got a letter. Letter, give it, thank you. Sunday Inn. You need some rest and relaxation. Come on over and unwind with some of our delicious food. We're at the bar in the evening. Oh, I almost forgot. My grandma's protege has returned to the inn. Maybe you can expect something new and yummy. Don't be a stranger. Maya, Sunday Inn. Oh shit, that's the one guy. He's kind of cute. I forget his name. We just got it for Bubby because her visit was worth $5.23. Exam, heartworm medicine shots, bath, nails, ear infection. It was a lot. Yeah. Yeah. Speaking of, I gotta get somebody set up to go to the groomer, don't I? His groomer was on maternity leave right as he got his last haircut. Like, she was sort of like slowing down, getting ready to go on maternity leave. So she should be back, hopefully. I'm hoping she's back because he has a heart murmur, so I can't take him to like a normal groomer anymore. I have to have it done at the vet. And it's, I mean, it makes me feel more secure. Like, I know that there's somebody on site if something were to happen. That, you know, causes me a lot of less anxiety. But it's definitely more expensive. Not by like so much that it's like a huge pain, but it's just annoying enough, you know? I'm just, you know, trying to figure everything out. Oh, and I need to drop like $1,000 on my fucking car soon because it's my air doesn't work. The oh god, what is it? Like the air pressure something or another. It's something's fucked up in it. It's more than just running Freon through it. Cause like a recharge, that's no big deal. That's like $50. But yeah, if people keep telling us to take Bubby to a groomer, but the vet isn't expensive for bath. I think it's like 30, and the nail clipping is included. So yeah, no, that's not bad. The issue for Toby is that he has to get trimmed all the time because he's half poodle and half Maltese, and those are both very like they're hypoallergenic dogs, which means they don't shed, so they have to get cut. And it's a pain in the ass. Isn't there something about a sweet potato on here? Or am I hallucinating? Could be fucking losing it. That's very much possible. Okay. Alright, so I definitely need eggplant. Anything that I can harvest multiple times, I need to buy first. I'll worry about flowers later. So yams, I need. Oh, my eyeball. I don't want a furry dog. I have to because I'm allergic to dogs. But I love them so much. I love them so much. Like, my mom has Angel, her pit bull. It's technically my brother's dog, and today's, well, yesterday now is his birthday. So he's 15 now, officially. I don't like that. But like, if I spend more than like an hour at my mom's house, I'm so beyond itchy. Like, I can't breathe. I know that that's being like a little dramatic, but it really doesn't feel like I'm being that dramatic, you know? You know? Um, there's nothing that I need trees for. Okay. Okay. I debated getting Penny and Tigger a trim, but I don't know if they do that for cats. And girl, I'm always itchy. I don't know if it's the animals or what. I don't know if you've ever seen an allergist, but they took me to one when I was like 15 because I was like always sick and like my sinuses were always fucked up. They're still always fucked up. Sinus surgery didn't help. And maybe going back to the allergist and doing like allergy treatments again would help, but shit's so expensive, dude. Like, no, I was a little bit, I must have been younger. No, I was like right around 15. It was right when mom got the good insurance after we had been on like the free and reduced lunch insurance for so long because we had custody of my aunt's kids for a long time, like a year and a half, and that shit sucked too. But it's expensive being an adult. Like, I need to be going to like my therapist more. I definitely should be. Right now I'm seeing her like once a month. I should definitely be seeing her more, but it's $30 every time I go. And I don't know how like up to date you are on my life stuff because I know you've been super busy too with stuff. They psych tested me because I've realized that I'm barely a functioning person most of the time, and I'm like, I want to go back to school, but Jesus Christ, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it without like accommodations and a lot of extra support, like just mentally. And they were like, well, it might be ADHD, maybe bipolar, who knows? But like, because your antidepressants and anti-anxiety stuff isn't quite working, we can't really tell. And I'm like, okay, but what's wrong with me, you know? But anyway, I don't know if it's that or because they had fleas. I legit vacuumed every room and washed stuff. Oh god, fleas are the worst because no matter what you do, at least at least once every 10 years, if you have animals, you will get fleas in the house. It's bad. Like, we when we were living in the house that my dad ended up losing because he got it foreclosed on because he doesn't know how to pay bills like an adult. We had the two dogs. We had Toby and our other dog Oliver, who sometimes comes on the dog collage. Collage isn't the word I was looking for, but it's the word that came out. So those fuckers. I swear to God, they were getting fleas on purpose. They got fleas like twice in a summer. It was awful. Just as we had gotten rid of them, they came back. Yeah, I haven't been seeing them on the animals, but Bubby lays outside, so who knows? And, oh wow, you can DM me later and explain all that. I probably will. I will give you so much detail that you'll never want to hear me talk again. It's rough. Like, we don't really know what's going on. I want to feel like a normal person, you know? Like, function like an adult, do things. And between like migraines plus depression, anxiety, like I'm a functional adult like maybe 50% of the time. And even then it's just barely. But I'm working on getting accommodations at work because of my migraines, so that's good at least. Hopefully that'll help. No, I still want to hear you talk. That's gross. Careful, I might start to think you care about me. Ugh, gross. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine, people who are friends caring about each other? Huh. Disgusting. Feelings? Gross. Hate it. I know if Kimmy was hanging out, she would also say it was gross and back me up. Anxiety gets bad at night when I'm home alone. I wish I had friends to play games with me on Discord chat or whatever. I feel that so bad. Like, I mean, I have plenty of friends who play games, obviously. But, like, my schedule is such that, like, I work 4 10-hour days. I did that to myself. I really did. But I figured if I'm only working 4 days a week, with how my migraines are, I'm hoping, like, hopefully my migraine days will just fall on days that I'm not working, which for the most part, that's been the case. I've been incredibly lucky in that regard. But, like, it'd be so much better if, and obviously I can't do this because I work for a company. It's not like I'm working for myself, but if I could just work when I felt okay, Like if it were that sort of a situation where I could just be like, I feel like garbage today. I'd prefer to instead die in a hole. And then I could, basically just do that and it wouldn't cause me issues and I'd still be able to pay my bills. Like that could be cool for me. I found out recently that technically, like my call center closes at 10 p.m. Central. So when I was working in the center, I couldn't work any later than 10, like because we had to be out of the building. But now that I'm working from home, they said technically you can work like through the night if you want. I worry about with that like getting bored because the late night hours, they're not super popular for people to want to take. So the fact that I want them is really desirable for the higher ups. They're like, "Oh shit, yeah, like we should get you on those." But it's going to be so dead. Like I can't do any outbound calls, If I do that, and I mean, granted, I talk all day. I don't really want to talk to people all night. I hope that there's like nobody who actually needs to file a claim, but sometimes people do need to file a claim at ass o'clock. And I think that my nocturnal nature would end up making me a good fit for that, but I don't know. I need to. Why aren't my animals out here? Did I not ding-a-ling them out? I could have sworn I ding-a-linged them out, right? Oh, I didn't ding-a-ling them out. I need somewhere from home. So my company, and I won't really publicize like over Twitch where I work, but my company is looking to expand their work from home operation here soon, apparently, um, to include people that aren't within like 2 hours of a contact center. So if and when I get more details on that, I will 100% let you know. It's good money. Like it's 1550 starting. So not bad at all. But it's it's really emotionally taxing. It's claims. People don't call you when they're having a good day. So it's kind of exhausting. I 100% will. I will keep you posted because I would also really like to have more like actual friends at work. Like one of my best friends, Heather, she works with me. Granted, she's still working in the office, but I'm working from home, and so we don't really like see each other. But like when we were both in office, like we would go like get lunch together and stuff, and we talk on breaks and stuff. It sounds complicated. It's really not. I'm probably making it sound complicated because I am bad at explaining things, which doesn't make sense because I would think with how much explaining I have to do for work, I would be halfway decent at it, but I'm not super great at explaining things. Uh, it's really not super hard. It's just a lot of listening to people and finding ways to nicely butt in when they're talking about things that are completely irrelevant. Like, honey, your windshield is broken. I really don't need to know what highway you were driving on. literally, most most insurance companies, if your windshield is damaged, they just need to know, how did it happen? Like, what actually caused the damage in the most literal sense, like rock hit it, and where did the rock come from if it's a rock, or like hail. Like, it's really that simple. And then, like, when did it happen? That's the two biggest things that are important for insurance when you have glass damage, which makes sense. Like, they gotta know it wasn't just you, like, dicking around trying to do a fucking backflip off the hood of your car and smash through your windshield or whatever. But that's called intentional damage, I believe, by the way. Typically, intentional damage is more like keys were locked in the car, had to break out the window, or like baby was stuck in the car, had to break out of the window because the keys were also stuck, like that sort of thing. Yeah, it definitely makes sense. Like, it's really not rocket science. Some of the so they they've sort of unofficially told me they'd like me to do like the supervisor and training stuff when they open that up to people who are working from home. It's not like official, like it hasn't been like, we officially want you to do this. Like, my supervisor sort of told me on the back end, just kind of like, hey, so we're supposed to be like opening the supervisor stuff up to people working from home, and I think you'd be a good candidate. So like, they've had me do some of like the trainings. It's not actual trainings, but like some of the things that they can have me do while working from home, like answering the helpline essentially for people who are doing my job when they have a question. And I feel like I call that helpline all the time, but apparently I don't call it nearly as often as the average person because they want me answering those calls. Like, I don't know. It seems crazy to me. Imagine you become my supervisor. I mean, I think that'd be funny. I think that'd be a good time. I'm very good at like making friends with the boss if I need to, which I've done with my direct supervisor. Like, I'd consider him a friend. Um, the night supervisor, who's usually there when I'm leaving, um, she, oh my god, I love her so much. I think she's the person I connect the most with at work, besides like Heather, who I've known since before, so that doesn't really count. One supervisor who just actually became elevated to a supervisor recently, I'd consider her a pretty close friend, and like one of the supervisors in training. Basically, they just need to wait until they have enough bodies to make him have his own team. Uh, he and I are pretty close too. Like, we dick around and like talk shit all day. Um, so that's fun. But yeah, no, I think it'd be super funny if I became your supervisor. I don't know, like, I think I would do okay as a supervisor once I have all the pieces, because doing what I'm doing, like some of the supervisor calls that I get, because the line that I was talking about, like the question line, it's designed to be handled by supervisors, but they have a lot of senior reps, like people who do what I do, answering it too. Some of the stuff, like, I don't have access to because I'm not a supervisor. So I'm like, I'm sorry, dude. I'm going to have to get you some extra help. Sounds like a job I need. I really need something at this point. I need it from home because of Bubby. I don't have a license still. Yeah, it's hard getting from point A to point B if you don't have a license. The other side of that is hard to get from point A to point B if you don't have a car. I was always the guy who didn't have a car. Wait a minute, did I need salmon? No, I need sorry. That's caught in the ocean. I'm gonna have to dingling my animals back in. Go back inside, ding-dongs. I don't know what the requirements are to get a license in... Oh shit, you're in Florida, right? I think you're in Florida. I know a lot of stuff about windshields in Florida. I know that deductible is waived for windshield only damage in the state of Florida. That's a state law. So if, you get a rock chip to your windshield and it cracks across the whole thing, your insurance company has to replace that for free, assuming you don't have any other damage to your vehicle. Have you heard from Kimmy? I'm missing her streams and everything. No, I mean Kentucky. Ooh, Kentucky also has, I think theirs is for all glass. Kentucky, I think, is all glass. I'm thinking of somebody else who's in Florida then. You traveled to Florida recently, that's what it was. No, but yeah, she's been like reacting to like some of my Discord things that I put out here and there. She's been doing this new job that's like she's working crazy hours. I think if I remember right, she's doing like stocking, but like for specific companies, like not the grocery store, but she stocks at the grocery store for like a specific company that sells their stuff at the grocery store, I think, if that makes sense. Like, I don't know, but she seems to be liking it well enough. She's just been really busy, and she moved in with, oh my god, what's his name? I don't remember his real people name. Mumbles, I think, is Captain Mumbles. Is that his? I think that's his Twitch name. Because they've been together for a hot minute. And that seems to be going well for her, and I'm so happy for her. I message her every now and then. I try not to bother her. Like, I'm so nosy, so I want to bother her all the time, but like when I get distracted, and then I remember that she works like weird hours. Like I think she works like 4 a.m. to like 11 or something, like weird ass hours. Yeah, I know. I did not say anything in the beginning. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like, I get, like, what was it, like a year and a half ago when they, like, started streaming together all the time, and I was like, this seems like you know, but then she, like, officially announced, like, a couple months ago that she, like, moved in with him, and I was like, that is so exciting for you, babes. I love that for you. I don't know, I just think it's exciting that, I don't know, it seems like all my friends are, like, finding their people. I don't know how much of like my interpersonal drama you've been privy to, because again, I know you've been like traveling recently. So Harley's now ex-boyfriend, who used to live with us, Jacob, he sort of went off the rails. Yeah, I'm happy for her. She seems so much happier. I agree. It's night and day. I'm so excited for her. I mean, I really want to scope this guy out because I've only ever really interacted with him on her streams here and there. And I'm nosy and I care about Kimmy a lot. Obviously, she's my wife. I have to care about her. Hello. But, so Harley, her and Jacob, were dating for a long time. He was not really in a good place and he was sort of dragging everybody else down. And Harley was like, I can't do this anymore. And he sort of went off the deep end, so that's been a thing that we've been dealing with. But she's sort of got like a new boy toy, and I'm super excited for her. He seems like not a douchebag, which is more than I can say for Jacob. He's nice. I'm excited to like actually interact with him. Oh man, yeah, it's classic shit. As the kids say, it be like that sometimes. It really was like that for a hot minute. I hate wellness checks. They're predatory and they really take advantage of people with mental health issues, and it's not typically the best situation for somebody who's having a mental breakdown to have like a cop show up at their door. But sometimes it's the only option you have left. We've had to do wellness checks on Jacob twice since he's called us, making, threats on himself, and it was not a good spot, obviously, for him to be in mentally, and so we've had to call. I mean, I have both of his parents' numbers now. I blocked him, but I have his parents' phone numbers in case he were like show up at our house or something, which I really hope that he's actually getting help this time. Because as much as, he was kind of a douchebag, like, I lived with the guy for like 6 months. I care about him. I don't want to a lot of the time, but I do. I do care about him. He's sick. He's not well. He needs help. So, yeah. Not a fun time, but yeah, it's just been sort of like that. Yeah, I hope he gets the help he needs. He really, he just needs more help than like Harley or I we're going to be able to give him, even together. I mean, like, listen, Harley and I are pretty fucking resilient. We both have, done a lot, been through a lot, what have you, but as non-professionals, it should not have been our job to police his mental health journey, essentially, which is what he wanted us to do. He wanted us to, like, walk him through everything. Just saying really toxic shit, like, I feel so awful all the time. Why can't everybody feel just a little awful to help me? Like that sort of toxic, cyclical behavior that's just not good for anybody. I don't know. Poor dude. Yeah. Bad time. Anyway. Not talking about Jacob anymore, because he kind of pisses me off. Thinking about his stupid face actually makes me upset. Because I care. Like, it's not because I don't care. In fact, it's because I do care that it pisses me off so much, Like, sure, he's said and done some shit that I don't agree with, over the time that I've known him. I think that he has the capacity to be a good person, and he just wasn't ready to do that yet, I think that's the sad part. It's like how, for example, I don't know if you've gleaned this from our conversations before, Crystal, but my father and I don't really have the best relationship because he's kind of a piece of shit. But I care about him so much. I want him to do what's right for him, but you can't help somebody that doesn't want to help themselves, It's that old saying, which is unfortunately so very, very true. Is, I don't know if I'm 100% coherent right now. Again, I've been drinking out of a sippy cup, because that's adulting. I can put my brush in here. Yeah. But yeah, that's me with my birth father. I gave up on that relationship. Trey doesn't want him in our lives, neither do I. Yeah, I don't really want my dad in my life, but my mom has taken him on as a roommate because basically him paying her rent is paying the mortgage. So, and he like helps with the kids and stuff, so fine, whatever. But, after 29 plus years of life, he still hasn't been a father, so I'm kind of done. Yeah, no, I feel like that's fair. I was my own dad from 13 until Papa died last year, beginning of last year. Then my dad swooped in to try to like save the day because Mom was, taking care of Papa. She was at the hospital, with him 24/7. She needed somebody to like take my siblings to the places they needed to go. This was right before COVID shut everything down. So, it's not like they were doing school from home. Like, they had to go into school and stuff. So my dad stepped up and was a parent to my siblings. He's always been able to be a dad to like 2 kids at a time. but only up to 2. The second there's more than that involved, he can't seem to keep it all in. The anger, all that stuff. I mean, I didn't notice it when I was a kid, because you don't notice. And then I, like, called him out on it when I was, like, 11, 12. I was like, Dad, you're being a dick. I'm pretty sure those were the exact words I said to him. Like, you're being a dick. Stop. And, like, that turned everything onto me, See, if mine made an effort, kept making promises of being a dad, I would have changed my mind. But he made a promise when he had my sister, like, 3 years ago, and he didn't. He's not in her life either. Oh, God. I'm sorry, love. Sorry. God, that's... Sometimes I feel like it would have been easier on me if he would have just completely left my life. And I think it's one of those situations, grass is always greener on the other side, right? But I don't know, like, this is going to be a sad time, so sad time warning. So when I was 17, turning 18, I was still living with my mom, and we had moved into my grandfather's house because he needed somebody to help take care of the house. This is before we knew he was sick, obviously. And my 18th birthday, my dad was at my mom's house, like, picking up something for the kids or whatever it was. I don't know, dropping the kids off, something. And he saw me. It's my 18th birthday and I'm his firstborn. Didn't acknowledge me. That's fucked. Like, I'm sorry, but that's fucked. And then he tries to act like we're best friends now. It's like, I don't know what his damage is. He needs help. That's what it comes down to. But, like, yeah, I'm not really in real life either, because it's hard to have that relationship with the little one who's so far away. I have another story for you about her mom. Well, 2 stories. Ooh, I love stories. I love stories, actually. I really like sad stories, but I also refuse to cry on Twitch. So, like, if they're too sad, maybe save them for DMs. And obviously, if you don't feel comfortable sharing something here, like, for sure, I get it. But, like, it's part of the human experience and whatever. But yeah. Sometimes I feel like some people should have just not had kids. My dad being one of them. That reminds me, when I was like 12, we went on our vacation to Canada. My mom asked if I wanted to stop by his job. He barely acknowledged me. Jesus. How do you... You were 12, like, like, me being 18, like, I can sort of excuse it, like, he's probably sitting there thinking, like, this fucking kid, fresh adult, thinks she's hot shit, whatever, like, that, but you were 12, like, that doesn't make sense. So she's a year younger than me and is now pregnant with her seventh kid. Listen, I don't want to judge people for, how they decide to, create a family, have as many or as few kids as you want. But, because you're like 30-ish, right? To have 7 kids by, like, roughly 30. Like, Twitch might, destroy me for this, but, like, how do your bits still work after 7 kids? Like, how are you still, like, one cohesive unit? I don't know, maybe just because every kid in my family has got, like, the biggest fucking head. I can't imagine anybody having more than a couple. Like, my mom delivered Taylor and I naturally, and then Bubba was a cesarean because she was like sick or something when he was due. He was actually supposed to be born on my birthday, and they had to cut him out 6 days early because they were worried about, with mom being sick, him. Yeah, anyway. Too, she had messaged me about after my surrender and asking for money, claiming she would pay me back. It's like, it's like $150. She's never sent anything back, which is fine, but the fact she promised she would and kept saying she would. Yeah. It's the fact that she made like such a big deal about like, yeah, I'm gonna pay you back, and then she didn't. That's a dick move. I don't know. I'm like 29. I think she's 28. Hurl is like 10 or 12. I can't remember exact age. Jeez. I mean, that would have made her like what? 16 to 18 when she popped her first one out. I mean, again, I don't want to judge people for their life decisions, but Jesus Christ, somebody... Sounds like she needed a parent, and instead of having a parent, she became one. It seems to happen a lot. I'm glad that I have the IUD because I fear that I would become one of those people, you know? Oh, what's up, bitch? But yeah. Yeah. It's me, but she kind of seems like a gold digger to me. Well, I mean, 7 kids? Yeah. I mean, because you can... I mean, how many baby daddies she got? I mean, that's not like... Obviously, again, it's a situation where I don't want to shame somebody for how they choose to live their life. Obviously, sometimes things don't work out. But, like, how many... I'm thinking about, like, the stability for the kids. Because when you... Like, my aunt has 3 different baby daddies. And they were all kind of pieces of shit in one way or another. The only one that I ever actually liked is my oldest cousin's dad. His name is Chris. He ended up going to prison for a drug charge, which has never really been clear if he actually was responsible for what happened or if he was taking the fall for a friend or what was going on. But yeah, she went after older men who have money, because apparently my father has money, which I didn't know. Sadly, girl, my mom, and I think she does drugs. Yep, that'll do it. That's that's my aunt. 3 baby daddies, 4 kids. And the one she had 2 kids with is the worst of them. He's just an awful human being. He still owes my mom child support from when she had custody of my aunt's kids. Still. What? Also, another thing about drugs. If you, are able to do drugs in a recreational manner that doesn't hurt yourself or others, fine. Like, for example, I don't really understand why weed is illegal still, like at the federal level. I know a lot of states have decriminalized it and stuff, but I don't see why it's illegal on a federal level. It's, in my experience, less detrimental than alcohol, but like, if you can hold down a job and do drugs and take care of everything else that you need to take care of, fine. Fine. At that point, I don't care. But it's when either A, drugs become your whole life, which tends to be a situation for a lot of people, unfortunately, or when you fuck up stuff with your kids, It's at least 3 baby daddies. So I think her first 4 were the same guy. Oh, I mean, I hope that hopping around to different baby daddies hasn't fucked her kids up too much, because I see like how that shit affected my cousins, and they're not great. Okay, I'll never do drugs even weed. People constantly say I should for anxiety. I don't want to put that stuff in my system. I mean, I get that. I can respect that. I'm just going to say this. I've traveled to Oregon. You know what I'm saying? And with my migraines like they are, I could probably get a card. But I work in insurance, so I don't even know if I legally can, you know, because they can drug test me at any time. They only tested me the one time when I was first hired. And I had actually fairly recently traveled to Oregon. So I was like, yeah, I went to Oregon, this is about when it happened, so it might still be in my system. And they're like, well, okay, sounds good to us, thank you. And like the levels that I had in my system were consistent with what I said, so I guess that was fine. Like, I lived in Montana for an extended period of time. Oregon was not far away. But I don't know. I also, know that substance abuse it's an illness. Like, as much as, you might want to argue, like, people choose to do it. Yeah, maybe the first couple times, but haven't we all made stupid mistakes, It's the fact that we don't really have, like, a national support system for that sort of thing that really gives us problems. Because it's the sneaking around and, like, back alley issues that create the bigger problems. My aunt did drugs. That's why we had custody of her kids for a year and a half. I think it's a controversial subject. Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. But I think well, first of all, we need a national healthcare system. Healthcare is not something that only people who can afford to. People shouldn't have to work a grind for 40 hours a week to barely be able to pay bills, put food on the table, and take care of their health, physical and mental. Controversial, I know. There I am with all my liberal ideals. I think people should have the right to basic human needs: food, shelter, water, clothing, medical care. I, you know, but we're not there yet. And because we don't have like a nationalized healthcare system, we can't even begin to address the substance abuse issues in this country. And then we talk about situations like poorer families that, like, can't afford to take care of their kids. They get their kids taken away, and then the kids are given to people for custody, which, I mean, granted, maybe they should be in somebody else's custody, but then that family is given money to take care of the kid. It sometimes shit doesn't make sense, you know? Excuse me. I don't know. Ooh, tomatoes. Yeah, I don't like that. It doesn't seem right, you know? Like, we don't actually give some lower income families truly the chance to take care of their families like that. I'm gonna go watch something for a bit. You take care, babes. DM me later. For sure. Send me a message because I will forget. Like, send me a message now because I will forget because I have the attention span of a goldfish. I'm probably not going to stream for too much longer anyhow. Just because I'm tired. I worked 10 hours today. Then Twitch was being a bitch. And granted, I probably should have tried getting it set up earlier, but I needed to restart my computer because I work from home. Like, my computer was running for 10 hours. Discord or Messenger, doesn't matter. Like, straight up, and I would not offer this to just anybody, but like, if you shoot me like a message on Discord, like, Crystal, we've been friends long enough, like, I would give you, like, my cell number. You know, you've dealt with me long enough. Messenger is better for me. Sounds good. Up to you, babes. Up to you. But, you know. Oh God, I'm tired. I don't even know if I'm gonna finish this day in game. There we go. Brush the sheepy. Pet the sheepy. It's totally up to you, girl. I would DM you my number. KK, babes. I'll text you later. I'm so bad at looking at Messenger. That's the only thing I can think of. Because, like, Eternal, Karis, she has my cell number. We also, like, met up in person when I was in Georgia visiting family. It was so nice to see her. Wesley let me hold him. He only cried a little bit about it. It was so exciting. Love ya. Aw, gross. Love you too, babes. Please take care of yourself. Get some rest. I know you're gonna watch something, but, like, don't, like, overexert yourself, you know. Not sound like I care or anything, but I do. Well, then you can text me. I will. Maybe I will. That is a threat and a promise. Toby Bubba. He's getting sleepy too. He says, Mama, it's time for bed. Chicken eggs. Gross. Stop caring. Sorry. It's my toxic trait is caring about people. Excuse me, chicken ball soup. Please take this food. Chicken piccata. Please take that. And Clara the chicken. Please take that. Thank you. See you bitches later. Okay, gonna message you my number. Send me a text when you get it. Yes, ma'am. As soon as I see it. Sometimes my messenger gets fucked up though, so if you don't see a text right away, I'm sorry. Honestly, I'm fucking beat. I'm done. I'm heading out. I'm so done. I'm so tired. These new meds, I'm telling you, they've got me messed up. I think I'm gonna go raid a newer friend. Her channel is Bonk Bink Bonk. She's super sweet. Her name is Bianca. But anyway, just sent it, but the bubble isn't colored in. Okay, I will relog into my messenger so that does stuff. But hey, if anybody happens to be hanging out while we were just like having catch up fun family time, and you're not part of our Discord, you can get in the Discord. It exists. We're gonna go raid my new friend Bonk Bink Bonk. We've been sort of friends for a while, but like I'm just not very active on stuff. Anyway, I will do that, and I will see you later, Crystal. I'll send you a text in a minute. Love you. Bye.